Now, what is this American Payroll Association? So just like how you have AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, which gives certificate for CPAs, okay, I mean that license for CPAs. Similarly, APA is somebody who issues that proficiency certificate to payroll professionals, okay. APA has two important courses. One is FPC, and then the second one is Certified Payroll Professional, okay. Both are very important. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, if you see FPC, it's a certification credential for payroll beginners and service and support professionals in positions requiring payroll knowledge. And it says payroll experience is not required to take this examination. Okay, for CPP and all, you need to be a payroll professional. But for FPC, you need not have payroll experience. It means anybody can do this course. The FPC exam is designed specifically for fundamental level payroll practitioners, sales professionals, consultants, and others who support the payroll industry. No eligibility requirements. In fact, the way we have been planning the things is that in case somebody joins in intermediate 10+1 or 10+2, they can complete this course in 2-3 months. Okay. The only drawback of this course is that you can't. In case you fail, you will have to wait 6 months. That's the only drawback. But it's very easy. You prepare it well. I mean, 75% is the pass rate, so you can crack it in your very first attempt. So just like CA exams, like they say, where there's a will, there's a way. After November, there is May. So this is also, something like that. So I'll tell you, when the exams and all are conducted, you can write the examination anytime. But in case, God forbid, you fail, you have to wait 6 months. Okay, only one paper. So no eligibility requirement. So in fact, what we were thinking was, if somebody takes FPC, completes by +2, I'm talking to freshers and parents who are watching me. So in case they complete their FPC by +2, okay, and then they do their EA, aram se 3 years you take, or in 2 years, 1-2 years, you complete your EA while you're in BCom. And during that BCom, you do, part-time work or seasonal work with real-time US tax return preparation. And also, learn QuickBooks accounting in the first year of BCom or something like that. Second year, third year, you focus on EA. First year, you focus on QuickBooks accounting, So you are a FPC, QuickBooks accounting and EA with real-time tax return preparation. So by the time you complete your BCom, wow, you are a FPC, you are a EA, you are a person with real-time tax preparation, 2 seasons experience, and then you also know QuickBooks accounting. Okay, so this is one of the postgraduate programs I wanted to start at iLead, and I want to give them, guaranteed at least 50,000 rupees salary. So straight, 6 lakh salary to somebody who qualifies all these 4 examinations. Okay, so my team is also working on doing a TV show on this. So probably, we will update you with more information on that postgraduate program in USA taxation, bookkeeping, and payroll. Okay, so I'll let you know about that, or when you talk to our enrollment advisor, you can get more information on it. So as of now, let's stick only to FPC. Okay, so there are no eligibility requirements. So unlike EA, wherein they say at least 18+ years of age is needed with a valid passport. Now here, even 18+ is not needed. There's no eligibility requirement. So can 5th class person also write? Sir, can 7th class person also write? So when they say no eligibility requirements, there are no eligibility requirements. It is an examination which is testing your fundamentals in payroll. Fundamentals in payroll, how to process the payroll, US payroll. See, count how many people are there in the US, working in the US, right? I'm sure, each one of you is watching this show knows or has at least one person in the US that they are in connect with, right? At least one person, family, friends, colleagues, anybody, right? In the US. Don't tell me, Joe Biden, right? Anyways, so let's see what is this CPP all about, okay? Now, if you see CPP, it says, it's a credential for those with extensive payroll knowledge and experience. Extensive. extensive payroll knowledge and experience. APS Certification Board requires that payroll professionals fulfill one of the several eligibility criteria before taking the CPP exam. The CPP exam is designed for experienced payroll professionals, managers, and supervisors. Remember that, okay? This is for experienced people. Experienced people. Experienced people, okay? Now, FPC is for people who have no knowledge, education, or any kind of background, okay? So that is something, you got to keep it in mind. Then, the CPP exam is designed for experienced payroll professionals, managers, and supervisors. It places emphasis on higher level skills, including management and payroll systems. So we have people, from even who develop the payroll softwares who approached us for the course. So even those software engineers also who design the payroll software need to understand the payroll laws first, right? Only then they can design it well. Must meet, next one, CPP must meet experience and education requirements.